And several states, including Arizona tonight, have started closing up again because of a spike in coronavirus cases. Lynna Lai looked into what's going on here in Ohio.
Social media images of the summer party season underway on Put-in-Bay. Some pictures like these shared on Twitter of packed pool parties with crowds ignoring social distancing rules. On an Instagram page for Blue Marlin Bar and Grill, photos and videos captioned within the last 10 days of people shoulder to shoulder with seemingly no concern for coronavirus.
We tell people what the expectation is, but of course they have rights as well.
Blue Marlin's owner Mark Matisse challenges the state's rules for bars and restaurants, saying he cut capacity in half, removed tables, and added security. But that is nearly impossible to control what customers do, and the burden to do so should not be his.
If you go to a Browns game and you're sitting in the dog pound and a guy turns around and takes a bottle and hits somebody, are the Browns responsible for that?
Meanwhile, in states seeing a crush of coronavirus cases, governors are closing bars. Texas, Florida, and now Arizona closing bars for a second time. And California ordered bars to close in 7 counties.
It should be a cautionary tale.
Governor DeWine says Ohio is not there yet, but on Put-in-Bay, where hotels are selling out 2 months earlier than normal to anxious visitors looking to leave home, business owners hope to avoid a second shutdown.
The economic impact would be severe.
The fate of business, the governor says, lies with Ohioans.
The jury's still out. We don't have an answer yet of what our future looks like. We determine our future.
And we should note that Blue Marlin's owner says though these images were on an Instagram page dedicated to his business, he says he cannot confirm that these are current images being shared despite the caption dates, and says that he plans to provide video that shows otherwise. We did reach out to the Ottawa Health Department, but did not get a response tonight. Russ.
Okay, Lynna Lai, thank you.